Hey guys, so I wanted to cover this. It's kind of a weird subject, but when we were in North Carolina, I had noticed, I know there's a lot of deep history back east versus here in the West. I would notice like these like cemetery plots that there was no like specific cemetery. It would just be like 4 plots, 8 plots, or tombstones actually. What am I saying? Literally tombstones out of the blue. And it was all mainly, I was trying to had taken a little note here. I think it's called Caratoke Hwy. I don't know if I got that right, so I apologize for if I butchered the name. It's also Highway 158. It's a main highway. And that was the main highway that we took to get to North Carolina from the airport, which was like a good hour and a half plus drive from Virginia. And just out of the blue, I would see these tombstones. I'm like, why are they on the side of the road? Why is it by a house? I understand if it's by a church, like in back in the days, like an old cemetery by a church, but I'm like, that's very weird. It like, for me, I'm not used to seeing cemeteries on the side of the road, like little one, just a couple of tombstones, not like a full cemetery. Like, it's just like, you know, because back in California, in Yorba Linda, I lived by the Yorba Linda family cemetery. Bernardo Yorba, I don't know what it's actually called, but the Pink Lady Ghost, you know, was notorious for haunting the cemetery. And but it's fenced off, and it's like an official cemetery, historic cemetery, that they do tours and everything. This is just off the side of the road. So on our way back to the airport, I decided to capture it off my camera. But first, let me say, the reason why it caught my interest is because when we were at the Sanctuary Vineyards in North Carolina, I was like, I don't know why, I was just like kind of looking around to see, because it was supposed to be like a wedding venue too. And I was like, oh, I wonder where they do their outdoor area. Like, where's the venue at? You know, so I was kind of looking around because they had pictures, like a picture book inside. And behind the building was a cemetery. And my buddy was like, she was like, yeah, what is up with that? All these tombstones, real tall ones, real big ones. I wish I took a picture of it. I honestly wish, because I have no footage of it. And when I looked it up on Google Earth, which I'm going to show you a picture of it right now, it's not even on Google Earth, which is really weird. I'm like, why is it not even showing on Google Earth? If anybody knows, let me know, because I thought that was really odd. So then I looked up Sanctuary Vineyards in North Carolina to see if there's any pictures from the website or other people taking pictures of, maybe you catch a glimpse of it, like on the side. Nothing. I'm like, I swear I saw it. It was behind the building, and it looked like a pretty decent amount of tombstones, because I remember one particular one was like a pilar, I don't know what you call pylon. I don't know. It was a big one, and that's why I was like, oh my god. I was like looking behind. I'm like, that's a cemetery back there, and it's unmarked. Like, there's no road to it. There's no sign for it. Oh my god. And my friend's like, oh yeah, that is crazy. And then I started noticing, now that I'm sensitive to catching on to these, I would see them on the way back. I'm like, oh my god, there's another one. There's another one. So on the way home, I only captured, I think, like 4 or 5 of them. So unfortunately, you're only going to see a very small smidgen of them, because sometimes I would wait, and I'm like, damn it, I missed it, because it would like go so quick, because we're driving, you know, a certain amount of speed, whatever it is on the highway. So anyway, unfortunately, I didn't capture all of them, but I put it in slow-mo so you can see what I'm talking about. And just like, that was really interesting. I wish I knew like what that was all about. Oh, but then here you go. We were at Roanoke Island, and we went wine tasting, and I asked the guy, I'm like, I know this is a really crazy question, but I'm all about asking crazy questions, because you never know. Somebody might know something that you didn't know they knew. And I asked him, I said, look, I saw some tombstones along the side of the road sporadically. I'm like, there's no marked cemetery name. There's no anything. It's just tombstones, 4 of them, 8 of them, whatever. You make, you know, you say, you see it. I'm not understanding that. And he goes, well, this comes from old ground. He goes, I actually have a house myself, who I have a family tombstone in my backyard. I'm like, oh, wow, because I heard about that. Like, I heard that people have cemeteries in their backyard. If you're one of those people, please comment down below so you can give me some information. I was born and raised in Anaheim, California. I do not see that out there in the West. I do not see that here in Vegas. So it's never a thing you see out here. So it really caught my eye, like very interesting. He has, I guess, a family plot in his backyard. And I said, what does a realtor tell you when you buy a house with somebody's family cemetery back there? And he goes, you have to leave it be, you have to take care of it, you can't move it, you can't do anything, and you got to make it accessible for family members to visit it. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy, that's cool, that's really cool, that I respect that. So this is just like an interesting vlog about that. And again, I'm going to show you in slow-mo what I saw. And again, I need your help. If you know what I'm talking about and you're from the back east and you have seen it or have that in your backyard, give me some insight on that. So enjoy this video. Thanks. Okay guys, so you know what I'm talking about, you saw what I saw, and I tried to capture it. You know, sometimes I capture it at the very glimpse, small, like, I missed it kind of thing, but that's all I got, and I really am glad that they do respect that. I'm obviously, the highway was built after the fact, so I'm like going, it's interesting that it's a lot of the tombstones are right close to the street like that, so I'm like, that's very interesting. But how interesting is that to have some family plot cemetery in your backyard? Like, I don't know, it's very interesting. It's a different lifestyle out there. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye, everybody.